This is hard. Football is a non-title grudge match. Taking his way to the ring, bringing it 250 pounds, coming over here in New York, he is one half of the Press City Devils, and he is the tough and talented United States Champion, Renegade.
For those of you who don't know Ryan Fraust right now, he is currently the tough and talented wrestling United States champion out of Connecticut. And although tonight's matchup is not for the Mighty Bosch's championship, a victory here could put him on the path to possibly collecting gold here in Rhode Island.
That's not to be, disputed whatsoever, Simon Eddie, but like you said, it's not about titles between these two. There's a lot of bad blood. And these guys have been doing battle for quite a while, the Mighty Bosch and Ryan Fraust. It's no surprise that things have boiled over here to the RWA. The Mighty Bosch is the kind of guy where he sees somebody in a jam, he sees somebody getting some unfair treatment, he throws himself in the line of fire. And that is just what happened at RWA's Fight for Farber weekend last March here at Riverside. The former manservant, known as Squire, found himself in quite a pickle, and the Mighty Bosch he wasn't having it.
No, he certainly wasn't. And the Mighty Bosch isn't one to stand for nonsense. The man, as I've described him in the past, is positive and uplifting to a fault. But the last couple of times we've seen him out here, he's been letting some of that darkness through, and it's been paying him off dividends.
One might say that's one of the reasons why he has the Ocean State Championship on his shoulder, but he's got bigger fish to fry here tonight. Here at the tough and talented wrestling organization, Bosch actually saved the day for Ryan Fraust as he was about to get jumped by the Battle Academy, because Mighty Bosch is not the kind of guy to take a shortcut. He wanted Fraust at his 100%, his fullest capacity for the upcoming match to take place. Now there's just been so much disrespect shown between these two, it's gotten even more personal than that.
This is about territory right now. That's what this is. Ryan Fraust walked into the Mighty Bosch's house. Bosch thinking better of turning his back to Ryan Fraust.
The one with the kendo stick.
Just want to reiterate for our viewers from home, this is a non-title matchup. This is also not a hardcore match. I don't know what the hell Fraust thinks he's doing with that kendo stick.
Well, the bell hasn't rung yet, Bobby. All right, looks like we're going to get some decorum here.
I'm ready. Ready for fight. Who's the stick? Ring the damn bell.
One-on-one encounter, Ryan Fraust versus the Mighty Bosch. No titles on the line, just personal history, one-on-one, mano-a-mano. One fall to a finish.
Considering that these two have been competing with one another, against one another, since 2019, it's fair to say they know one another's styles. They know what each brings to the table. It's going to be interesting to see who deviates from their norm first.
And that's what that always makes these multiple matches between wrestlers interesting. Because Every match you have, you learn something new about your opponent, and you come back with that knowledge. You wrestle someone 6, 8, even a dozen times. How many secrets you got left?
One might say you suffer from full disclosure at that point.
That is a Class A misdemeanor here in Rhode Island.
Another meeting of the minds with a snug collar and elbow tie between these two. Fraust seems as if he might have better footing. No, the mighty Bosch turns things around and reconsiders punching him in the mouth. Why, I don't know.
That might be a mistake. I'd punch him in the mouth now for all the opportunities you won't be able to punch him in the mouth later.
See, that's thinking ahead.
Thank you. That's chess.
Bang! That's a big old arm drag. Ryan Fraust is going to regain his bearings before he jumps back in.
Smart move.
I mean, I wouldn't call him the most cool or calm individual, but he can be very calculated.
Mighty Bosch waiting patiently in the ring for Ryan Fraust to return. Ryan Fraust acting like the Mighty Bosch is the problem when it comes to adhering to the rules.
Ryan Fraust is grabbing at straws.
And the audience is telling Ryan Fraust that he resembles poultry.
Take your time.
That's not a wise move. You don't want to turn your back to that guy. It's not because the Mighty Bosch is, an ass or anything, but you just don't turn your back to a competitor. Again, more and more disrespect. Look at this. Taking matters into his own hands.
Blistering him between the shoulder blades with an axe handle-like smash. Let's put it this way, Ryan Fraust not going to give the Mighty Bosch the same respect. Up and over. That was agile as hell for a big man, but he still took the shoulder tackle nonetheless.
That's the thing about the Mighty Bosch. You look at 330 pounds of man and you think, well, he can only move so fast. He can only be so nimble. And boy, does he make a liar out of you.
Speed is relative. If you beat someone half to death, you can walk and it'll still look like a sprint. Or an AT&T or whatever you subscribe to, whatever.
Nice double entendre.
Oh, we have only just begun. Are we at an 8? I'm sorry, did I blink? What happened here?
Ryan Fraust is taking his sweet time, and the clock is starting to run out.
Oh, wait a second. He is going towards... Wait a second! He has got Sid Morgan by the hair out here on the floor. Oh, if you wanted to piss off the Mighty Bosch, that was the way to do it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that did not sound good.
I think the back of his neck might have hit one of the turnbuckles.
Listen, the Mighty Bosch is made out of stern stuff, but not when you get your head cracked against that metal turnbuckle post. That post has taken lives recently. And the Mighty... Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Look at the strength. Big body slam by Ryan Fraust. Still only got a 1, but what a hell of a maneuver, Bobby.
I mean, that's one way to try to chop down this giant sequoia. It's going to take a few more slams like that, and I don't know how many more Fraust has in the gas tank, to be honest with you. Mighty Bosch not so quick to recover. He's taken a lot of offense over the past couple of minutes. And it's adding up. It's starting to really culminate now.
That was a big Irish whip into the buckles. And the Mighty Bosch is... Where is Ryan Fraust going? I'll give him credit for the balance. Big double axe handle between the uprights. And a knee just behind the neck cover. That was closer to 2. It's getting closer every time. Sid Morgan trying to get Riverside, Rhode Island behind the mighty Bosch, but will it be enough?
Ryan Frost continues with this methodical approach. I think he's making a giant mistake, just assuming that the mighty Bosch is out of gas. I've seen him turn things up in other pickles and in other jams before.
Wait a second, mighty Bosch whips him into the ropes. Big avalanche.
Look at this. The big man has found a second wind, and he's got some real stable footing about him.
Oh, here we go. Northern Lights with a bridge, too. Oh, that was two. That was two.
That is so uncharacteristic for a man that size, but that is what the mighty Bosch brings to the table.
So close to three. So close to three. Did you see that bridge, Bobby?
That's fantastic. Ryan Frost has just found himself on a vertical base. Nose to nose with the mighty Bosch. Oh! He blocks the kick, does the mighty Bosch.
Oh! A little bit of that old school throat striking. Wait a second. Mitch and no good driver right on the top of the head, too. That's it. The mighty Bosch successful over his rival Ryan Frost in this non-title altercation. I guess the thought process that I had earlier of Ryan Frost potentially earning himself an Ocean State Championship match is now out the window as the mighty Bosch successfully defeats Ryan Frost and moves on to his next challenge.
Well, given the fact that this was non-title competition, I'm not quite sure how the powers that be are going to look over this match, but I'll say this. The mighty Bosch should be proud because it looked as if Ryan Frost was going to have the upper hand for the rest of the night. Prove me wrong, prove a lot of the doubters wrong. Big ups to the mighty Bosch and Sid Morgan.
Biggest mistake Ryan Frost made tonight was putting his hands on Sid Morgan out on the floor. Nothing invigorates and enrages the mighty Bosch like assaulting Sid Morgan. It happened to Tony Spencer. Tonight it happened to Ryan Fraust. And let it be a lesson to anybody else who steps in the ring with the mighty Bosch. Stick to the game plan because it won't end well for you.
For those of you watching via the interwebs on our live feed, stick right where you are because the RWA Tag Team Championship titles are about to be up for grabs. The losers are going to be taking on AJP and the leader of the DCMC, Mike Montero. And that, friends, is coming up next.